Quiltologie is brought to you by Fabric Editions. My name is Kristen, and along with Fabric Editions, we've put together a few short videos of quilting concepts to help jumpstart your quilting experience. Today's lesson is going to be on pieced borders. Many quilt borders simply use a pretty piece of fabric to pull together the color story of a quilt. While pieced borders will take more time to make, they can add an exciting design element and create additional interest to your quilt. As you can see with the snowball block quilt, there's 9 large snowball blocks in the center. And we've transferred the same design into our border. And that's what I'm going to show you how to make today. To make your snowball block border, you start with a 4.5 inch square and 4 1 3/8 inch squares. You'll take your 1 3/8 inch squares and flip them over so the right side is down on your board. Next, you'll take a little ruler and line up from corner to corner and mark with a diagonal. And you will do that on all 4 blocks. Once you have it marked, you will use that as your sewing line. You will take your first square and place it on your fabric. And you want to make sure that the line is going away from you, so when you flip it back, it'll fit perfectly in the corner with an arrow going away from you. You then take it to your sewing machine and you will stitch directly on the pencil line. And there's no need to backstitch because with quilting, your threads will be caught in the block. Once you're done, you simply take your ruler and trim that off at 1/4 inch. You just line your pencil line up with your 1/4 inch mark and trim. And then you will press your corner back and you will repeat the same process for all 4 sides. Take your white square, place it into the corner so that the arrow or the line is pressing away from you. You'll stitch and you will continue until all 4 corners are on till you end up with a perfect snowball block that'll match the center of your quilt. You will do this in several different fabrics until you achieve enough to create the width of your inside of your quilt. Then the next step is to add the strips in between your blocks. We simply used a 2.5 inch by 4.5 inch white, and we chose white so it would continue with the same pattern. You place your white strip, the print side down so the right sides of the fabric are together. On the larger pieces, I do like to use a dry iron just to press them together. Take them to my machine and once again sew 1/4 inch, holding my threads back so that they don't get knotted. And we'll press to the dark side of the fabric to eliminate shadows. And once you have your middle piece, you'll just add a snowball block and you will continue down the line until you end up with a pieced border that will fit perfectly inside your block. And make sure you use accurate sewing. You can always check your 1/4 inch so it'll fit perfectly in your block.